Rickey Smiley, how you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed this morning, man. I know you got a good word.
Oh, thank you for that, Rickey Smiley. Listen, I was always told growing up that your attitude determines your altitude. It depends if you want to go far and high in this life. Make sure you check your attitude so your attitude won't wreck you. And if you have a good attitude, that attitude can take you to the right places. And I've discovered if your attitude is fueled by gratitude, then the sky is the limit for you. And I have in my own life tried to make sure that no matter what may happen to me, I have an attitude of gratitude that allows me to rise above those things that go wrong in my life. How do you have an attitude of gratitude so you can rise above the things that go wrong, that disappoint you, that let you down? Well, number one, I've learned, watch this, to look back and remember how good has been, how good God has been, and therefore I can look forward to what God is going to do. Every now and then when things look bad around you, just look back and remember what God has done for you. Already God has come through. Already God has opened up doors. Already God has brought healing in your life. Already God has sustained you in the midst of all that you've been up against and dealing with. And so every now and then you got to look back and remember with gratitude what God has already done, and that gratitude will fuel your attitude so you can reach a higher altitude. But not just that, I've learned how to be grateful for how God has a way of sending the right people in my life at just the right time, who do just the right thing when life tries to go wrong. Isn't it good to know that God can send people in your life who will say the right thing, who will do the right thing, who will be a source of blessing to you? So every now and then you got to thank God for the people in your life who are healthy and good to you and good for you, and that will fuel your attitude with gratitude. But then finally, I have an attitude that is fueled with gratitude, not just for what God has done, not just for the people in my life, but because of what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to some things. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I look forward to that. So I don't know about you, but I've made up my mind to look forward with gratitude for what God is about to do. It's kind of like that prayer we say over our food. Lord, we thank you for what we are about to receive. So that's what you do. If you want an attitude of gratitude, thank God for what you are about to receive.
Yes, sir.
And watch what happens as God comes through for you as only God can. I've got an attitude that's fueled by gratitude.
Oh, man, love you, Pastor Haynes. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
All right, y'all, let's get into some praise this morning by Hezekiah Walker and the Love Fellowship Choir. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Front page right here.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment's being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right. If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Mars-Hill, here on this beautiful Monday morning right after the holidays to give you a quick look at your front page news. So countries around the world are increasing travel restriction over fears of this newly identified Omicron variant of the COVID-19. Now, the variant was first identified in South Africa, but has rapidly spread through other countries. Experts say in the U.S. that there is no need to panic just yet. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease specialist, said that it will take about 2 weeks to have more information about Omicron. Meanwhile, the sex trafficking trial of Jocelyn Maxwell, the 59-year-old former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein, will begin today in New York City. Maxwell is charged with 6 counts related to sex trafficking for allegedly grooming underage girls for Epstein to sexually abuse. And last but certainly not least, now, while many of us are still talking about the guilty verdict in the Ahmaud Arbery case, let us not forget about Dante Wright. Jury selection begins tomorrow in the trial of former Minnesota police officer Miss Kim Potter, who is accused of fatally shooting Wright during a traffic stop when she mistook her service weapon for a taser. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news this morning. For more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Man, first of all, let me shout out to Steph Curry. Is, my opinion, the best player in the world right now. He putting on a spectacle this season, including last night's dominant performance versus the Clippers, averaging 28 points a game. Golden State, by the way, y'all, is 18-2. Now let's talk about this college football playoff rankings that got shook up over the weekend, man. Bananas. Okay, first of all, Georgia is the number 1 team. They're going to play Alabama for the SEC championship. We're going to break all this stuff down in my next sports report later on in the show. We ain't got time to go deep into it, Rick. But Michigan beat Ohio State, so they're in, all right? But they still, there's still a lot of stuff to go on right there. Cincinnati is in, of course, but they still got to beat 25-ranked Houston this weekend. Alabama, if Bama beats Georgia, they're in. If Alabama loses, they're out. Georgia is in no matter what. Win or lose, they in, okay? Oklahoma State must beat Baylor this weekend to have a shot to get in, depending on what happens in those other games. And we ain't even got to Notre Dame yet. So just stay tuned. My next sports report coming on later on in the show. We're going to break all this stuff down, and I'm going to have my entire opinion on all this. But it's getting exciting in college football right now, man. It is what it is. Gary with the T, what's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Gabrielle Union is speaking out just in time for the holidays, y'all. Now, we all know that Miss Union, honey, she takes on a lot of roles in her life. She's a successful actress. She's an entrepreneur. She's an artist, and she is a mother. But she said one thing that she is not is a step parent. She said, honey, she's the second wife, y'all, of Dwayne Wade, the 3-time NBA champion, y'all, who already had 3 kids plus his nephew prior to marrying the actress. Now, despite technically being the stepmother to Wade's children, Zaya, and Xavier, Zachariah, and his nephew, Devon Marvis, they're saying Union does not accept the step parent terminology. She said, quote, the step parent label was put on me by the kids' school because you have to describe yourself. She said, who are you if you're not their mother? She explained, y'all, recently on the podcast. She said it's very annoying, y'all, and it is a word that I just don't like to use. Now, she's fully aware, y'all, of the role that she was taking, y'all, when she married Dwayne, but she explained how her place in the kids' lives is deeper, y'all, than any title or label society puts on it. She said, I knew I needed to be consistent. I just didn't know what my role was. And she said she realized that, that quickly that you're never, honey, going to care if the other parent is dead or not. You will never be able to replace that other parent, unquote, y'all. Didn't the terminology change? It's no longer step parent. It's called bonus parent now. Is that the new
that's another term you can use.
That's a word you could use. Sometimes they call it like a bonus mom instead of a step mom.
Yeah, step parent does kind of sound a little,
Bonus sound like a video game to me, though. I don't know.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. Well, we just
got an extra life.
We need something cuter, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I want them second mama, second daddy. I don't know. Ricky, what you think?
It is, Gary. It's a step parent. There's nothing wrong with
it.
Yeah.
Who?
Matu.
I'm okay with my stepdad. It don't bother me because our love is so deep and sincere. Hell, like he's my real daddy. Been with my mama 30 years.
Yeah.
It don't bother me at all.
Yeah. Well, all right, then. That's what
the way he step out of that Lincoln when they pull up. with them creases in them jeans, the way he step out that Lincoln and step up them steps, the way he walking there.
At the belly button, yes.
Shirt tucked in. Shirt tucked in. That's my stepdaddy. He stepped in here.
Stepped in the name of love, baby.
There you have it, huh? All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Oyster-Appaloosa. On the high end, you say Oyster-Appaloosa, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, the 2021 Soul Train Music Awards went down last night, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rick's Friday Morning Show. The segment is being brought to you by Capital One. That's right, y'all. Capital One new Venture X card from Capital One. Capital One's new class of premium travel card. So Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tad, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Ashanti was honored with the Lady of Soul Award last night, and she later performed her hits like Happy, Rain on Me, Baby, and Foolish. Maxwell was also honored, and he accepted the Living Legend Award, and he performed his hits like Till the Cops Come Knocking, Some Ascension, and more. And in addition, y'all, Silk Sonic and Jasmine Sullivan picked up the most awards of the night. Silk Sonic taking home 3 and Jasmine taking home 2, including Album of the Year for Hotels. And other notables, Giveon racked up the best R&B male artist, and Cardi B and Normani took home the best dance video with Wildside. Now, Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell, they killed that thing. They performed Dancing in the Street, and they performed Dancing Machine before bringing out El DeBarge to perform Rhythm of the Night. And Summer Walker teamed up with Ari Lennox for a very soulful performance. If you didn't see it, I'm sure it's on repeat 1,000 times. So 2021 Soul Train Music Awards, catch it if you missed it. And moving on, y'all, Janet Jackson, her former stylist Wayne Scott Lucas says that Janet wants the New York Times FX documentary Malfunction, the dressing down of Janet Jackson, to go away. He says she didn't ask for a free Janet documentary. She is not interested. Lucas added that she did not want anyone from her past or present circle to participate in this project, including, he says, she asked us not to do it. He says she wants to tell her own story, and he says she will speak on the Super Bowl controversy during her own upcoming documentary about her life. And I understand that, because when people tell your story, you hate it because you really don't have no say so. What you call those? It's called the what is called?
Unauthorized.
Unauthorized. I hate those because that's not fair. I mean, they should be stopped. I don't think people should be able to tell your story but you if you don't have anything to do with it. Anyway, y'all, moving on. Oh, Lord, new rumors say that Sheree Whitfield's boyfriend with Bravo, it's a problem because he is upset. His name is Tyrone Gillums. He is taking legal action against the network because he wants them to stop using his name and likeness. He sent them a cease and desist, claiming that the Real Housewives has been using his name and likeness without his permission. Oh, what? Lord have mercy.
The in-jail boyfriend?
Yes, the in-jail boyfriend, girl. Now, he has not been on camera, but according to the cease and desist, Real Housewives of Atlanta has discussed him on the show multiple times. Yes, and he has been a part of a storyline. He believes that Bravo is profiting off of him without his permission, and he ain't getting no money from it. He's also reportedly threatening legal action and wants the network to remove every trace of him from Real Housewives footage, social media posts, and all that. Now, neither Sheree or Tyrone have spoken publicly about this matter. Now, Gary, you friends with Sheree, I think. Have you heard anything? Well, you know her, yeah. You heard anything?
No, but I mean, he should allow that. If he's still incarcerated, they could put money on his books and stuff, and they could help him out. So
I think that's the problem. I think they not paying him nothing.
Well, they usually don't pay the person that you date or are married to. However, he's been a fixture on the show because they've been dating for about 3 years. So
you don't even see this man.
Well, he in jail, Brett.
I know. Well, that's why he can't get paid. You don't get see it.
Message.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, we're going to keep Tiana Taylor in our prayers because she was hospitalized this past weekend in Connecticut. She wrote on Instagram, "Thank you for being so understanding. Y'all know Petunia don't miss no shows, and most importantly, know that I've been leaving it all on the stage for a month straight, 1,000%. She said, "My team and I tried everything down to the very last second to get me out on that stage, but my body simply just gave out, like literally shut down. Y'all have seen me with a broken foot and all types of other craziness, but I still got on that stage and bodied it. But honestly, you have to listen to your body and know when to sit down, or it will definitely sit you down in the ER," she added. So we're going to keep her in our prayers.
What's wrong with her?
She was just tired, overexhausted, performing every day and every night. Just moving too much.
Husband little airtime then.
What you say?
What?
Oh, because he won Dancing with the Stars, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Not that took all his airtime. Oh, Gary, we can't help the things that happen to our body physically,
Yeah,
you know.
true.
And we got to say something to the fans and let them know we okay and we appreciate them. So that's what she did, I think. And congratulations to her husband for winning the Dancing with the Stars. What's it called? A Mirrorball Trophy?
Yeah, the Mirrorball Trophy.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got, oh, Lord, Rock T's joke of the day. Rock T, is it going to be funny?
It always is, Brickety Tat.
That's a damn lie. All right, y'all. Hit us up for them wake-up calls, too, at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. It's time for Rock T's Joke of the Day. Here we go. Joke of the Day. All right, Rock, here we go.
Do you know how to keep an idiot in suspense?
How?
You know what?
I'm an idiot.
No, ooh.
I see what you did there.
Oh, man.
Let that thing sit on your
You
mouth.
the one that said how.
Yeah, how?
Left you with your mouth open.
Say what, Brett?
Everybody else saw it
Left you
coming.
with your mouth open. In your mouth.
Got him.
Damn.
Yeah, he got me on that one.
He did. It wasn't funny, but yeah.
It wasn't funny, but he got me.
It wasn't funny, but you was the brunt of that one, brother.
And he hit me where, Brett? He left me where?
In your mouth.
Everybody just sat back.
We did just wait.
My dumb ass sitting up here listening and watching ESPN. Ain't paying attention. Not paying attention. I'll teach my ass a lesson.
Okay.
That damn TV.
Yeah, you got me. Dr. Colley, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about this new coronavirus variant of interest that we have. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday, sir.
Man, I had a great one. I hope yours was great too, Dr. Colley. I know it was.
It was. It was as well. Okay, so the World Health Organization identified a variant. The first known specimen was collected on November the 9th, and the World Health Organization notified everybody on November the 24th of the B11529. B11529, now referred to as Omicron variant of interest of the new coronavirus. So this variant has a large number of mutations, Ricky. They've detected almost 30 mutations on this variant, and that questions whether it'd be more infectious and will people be able to get reinfection with this variant as compared to other variants of concern, particularly the Delta variant. So one of the things that's been determined is that the current vaccine seem to be providing some protection, particularly in those individuals that have boosters. But more importantly, if they find that the variant needs to tweak the vaccine, both Moderna and Pfizer are firing up their capability to change the vaccine a little bit and tweak it so that it's more specific for this Omicron variant. So, on Saturday, they were saying it had not been detected outside South Africa, and by Sunday, they had identified it in almost 10 other countries. So it's already spread around the world, despite the fact that they have cut off flights from South Africa to a variety of large other countries. We're going to be exposed to this. It's already out there now, and so we have to be careful about it. But that's just another indication that you need to get your vaccine. And if you haven't had your vaccine, or if you have had your vaccine, add your booster to your treatment regimen. But this Omicron with 30 different mutations appears to be more virulent, meaning it's more easy to pass infection. We don't know if it's more deadly. So that's our report on the coronavirus today, Ricky.
All right, let's go to the phone. Y'all with Dr. Colley.
After getting the vaccine, can I develop eczema or psoriasis?
Actually, people that have immune issues like asthma and psoriasis have reported major improvement in those symptoms after getting the vaccine. I haven't seen any cases where people have developed them after getting the vaccine, but for people that already have them, it's been noted to improve everything from asthma, eczema, autoimmune diseases, and even warts. People that have warts have noted that the warts have disappeared after getting the coronavirus vaccine. This is just a bonus. Just a bonus. Don't go there, Ricky. Don't go there. Let's think about an unattractive wart that's on your finger.
Go on, Dr. Colley, keep going.
Okay. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Carter, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show crew, or for all his production of people. Okay, you can reach me on all social media at AskASK Dr. MJ. And I hope everybody had a great holiday. Stop Monday today.
Hey, man, you need to stop, man. You need to stop.
I'm just keeping it 100, letting you know some of the benefits and bonuses of getting your coronavirus vaccine.
What if folks don't want to go get that damn booster shot?
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It's some very sad news, y'all, for Richard Williams. That's the father of Serena and Venus Williams. Have y'all seen the movie, first of all, King Richard? Have anybody seen it? Because they say it's a great movie.
Yes, sir.
They said it is good. They say it make you really want to love your parents more and everything. But anyway, y'all, now the movie's about, the sacrifice that Serena and dad made, for his daughters, so they would become stars in the tennis world, y'all. Where it's being reported, y'all, there's some sad news out that the current state of Richard's life, they're saying, y'all, that his house is in foreclosure and he's on the verge of homelessness. Now they're saying, y'all, it's the Florida home that he lives in, that he moved to when he left from, I guess, Venus and Serena's mother, what have you. And they're saying, y'all, that it doesn't look like Venus or Serena are being prepared to bail him out of this situation. Now they're saying, y'all, that Venus, that Richard at least, his ex-wife is not Serena and Venus' mom. It's that younger woman he married, that 20-year-old woman he married. He said she forged his name on a deed, y'all, to transfer the fully paid off home into her name. Now Richard said she then took out a mortgage, y'all, on the property without his permission. And they said it wasn't an old mortgage. They said Richard told the court that his wife also took money from a hard lender with bad terms, and she reportedly, y'all, used the money to set up a trucking company that failed as soon as she started.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, but this is the sad part of Ricky. They said the lender is now foreclosing on the beautiful home. They said payments were not made on time, and the home, y'all, is now set to be sold as a part of the foreclosure on auction, y'all, on February the 21st, right after Valentine's Day, y'all. So we got to keep Mr. Richard, y'all, lifted up in prayer. That man ain't gonna have no house, and they're saying that Venus and Serena are not helping him, but his first family, he has other kids from a previous marriage. His daughter Sabrina, she is speaking out. She said that
probably feel like he got himself in that situation, marrying a 20-year-old that didn't know really what to do with her life or his.
But he probably needed somebody youthful in his life, and that's why he married. I don't know. But the first family, y'all, his first daughter named Sabrina, baby, she is speaking out. She said her daddy did him dirty. She said, and she said, and Richard and Will them didn't put that in the movie. She said, honey, her daddy left when she was 8 years old. Ooh. She said her daddy told her mama he was going to buy her a bicycle, and they never came back. And she's very angry with that situation, though. So they speaking out. So we just got to keep, Richard and all parties lifted up in our prayers, y'all, because that's a sad situation, honey. That man for to lose his house. He's going to be out in the streets and what have you. And Venus and Serena are almost billionaires, and they're not helping their daddy out. So, we just got to pray.
He probably got another house somewhere, I'm sure.
I don't know, Ricky, because that was the house he moved in, honey, after he left Miss Oracine, honey. That's Venus' mama.
Now, Miss Oracine, yeah.
Wow. He left Miss Oracine.
I thought they were still together.
They're not together.
He got to get himself out.
Yeah, he left Miss Oracine for that young woman, honey. She took that house and changed the names and bought her a trucking company.
We ride with our mamas.
Nobody for them days still together.
Go with the mama side, yes.
We ride with our mamas. It don't matter what they do.
Wow.
So let's keep it.
I bet Miss Oracine straight.
Yeah, baby, you know she's straight, baby.
Overseen chilling.
Yes, I
bet she got all them brand new curtains from JCPenney.
She sitting back like, that's what you
serious clothes.
New kitchen remodel, everything.
What you done to me, I already done to you.
Mm-hmm. But them living room curtains look like a Tyler Perry production.
Okay.
From the ceiling to the floor, baby. What you say? You know it.
Yeah, so let's keep our parties, y'all, lifted up in prayer. And while we praying, y'all, a lot of people saying, that Thanksgiving marks the beginning, y'all, of the holiday season, which generally, y'all, regard as a time for the family and those who cherish most. Well, now there's a lot of cheaters, y'all, are saying they want their women back, y'all, just in time for the holidays. Now they're saying that the first celebrity cheater, honey, that was observed to get his family back was Stevie J. Now 2 weeks ago, they said Stevie filed for divorce from Faith, honey, behind her back, following the Love and Hip Hop star upped and ante by making a video, y'all, exposing Faith as an alleged cheater. Now it's being reported, y'all, that Stevie now is making public pleas for his wife to come back home. Yeah, he said he wanted back home. Then there's Kanye West, honey. Kanye West, they say he publicly cheated on Kim Kardashian, and he moved out of the Los Angeles mansion to Miami. They say then he went on Twitter, y'all, for the holidays and said he wanted a divorce. Now he said, honey, he want Miss Kim back, y'all. He said he said, honey, he wants her back. He said, I know that's unright. You know, he said, I want her back. He said, because, you know, he loved his wife despite Pete Davidson being in the picture. And then there's Amber Rose, honey. Her little life partner, A.E., embarrassed her, honey, on the internet, too. Broke up with her, said he didn't believe in monogamy. He said he hate monogamy. Well, now they say he lived his best life all summer long and fall. And now he said he want her back, honey. He went on to, he said, I want to sincerely apologize to my beautiful wife, Amber Rose. You didn't deserve what I did to you. You're an amazing person and a wonderful mother to our boy. He said, I'm sorry for the pain that I caused you and what have you. And then finally, y'all, there's Safari, honey. He said he want Erica Mena back, honey. He said, he said, I'm sorry for any embarrassment I have brought to you from me being immature. He said, I apologize from the depths of my soul and heart. You are the most important person to me in the world. He said, and I know this is not a joke. He said, and I love you dearly. So it's amazing what the holidays do. It's cold out there in them streets,
Christmas
man.
just ain't Christmas without the one you love.
Okay.
Come on,
back in the club trying to pull fresh ones off the bar and all that, man.
And the girls ain't always green.
Okay.
Yeah. But all those women, they take them back, they are fools. After you done publicly humiliated me, honey, you ain't gonna just publicly humiliate me and gonna talk about you want me back.
That's the problem. Yeah.
No.
What about making a mistake?
No, you don't make no damn mistake. You make a mistake when you bump a car.
You don't have to publicly humiliate me.
Not when you bump.
I can't let you back in like that.
No, ma'am.
But at least if you publicly humiliate me, you can apologize publicly, and at least they have all done that.
Now, you know, for us women, Eva, that ain't enough humiliation.
Thank you.
That ain't enough.
No, I love y'all black men. I'm sorry.
We got to drag you a little longer.
The color today, hell, Eva, is Oyster-Appaloosa. On the high end, you say Oyster-Appaloosa, and on the low end, you say great. That's the color for the day, hell.
Oyster-Appaloosa.
Yeah.
I got your wake up call. Y'all give it up again with the team. All right, y'all. It is about that time. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Here we go.
Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Ava calling from Miami. Wake up, and get over there and get this wig.
I'm calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'd like to wake up my husband and my children. Calling from Greendale, South Carolina. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Birmingham. Wake up, Centurica. Wake up, son. Everybody wake up. Wake up, Jessica, EJ, Jalea, and Arcavius. Mommy loves you.
This is Tadonia Rambo calling from the ATL. I want to wake up the whole city with love and peace, and especially to you and Rickey Smiley, my favorite. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Oh, love you.
Wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. In Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. In Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brent.
You welcome, Ricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
You pay your tithes or you need to leave. Pay your tithes or you can leave. Jenny, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, pay your tithes or you need to leave.
That's right.
Yeah, sitting up getting good religion for free. It ain't right. How was your Thanksgiving, Janie?
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah, somebody sent me a note say you didn't wash your turkey off.
Well, they lied.
Here's our church announcements. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Our church custodian, Mr. Eugene, who is 86, is still in the hospital. You know Mr. Eugene?
Yeah.
He's still in the hospital after a baby possum jumped out of the kitchen dumpster and latched on to his S-curl. And he was throwing out leftover Thanksgiving trash on Saturday. It didn't bite him, but he did suffer from a bunch of serious scalp scratches. From where it slid off from all that curl activator, you know. Jenny, you remember the air curl where you didn't have to use rollers?
Yeah.
That's what he had. Now, the pastor wants to apologize to all the members that came to his house for Thanksgiving dinner and witnessed him getting to fighting with his ex-wife, Glodine, who showed up with her new boyfriend. Now, Edward, that used to work with the pastor at the post office, and that was her new boyfriend. He used to work with the pastor down at the post office, and he is very sorry and say that it was an accident when he spilled that crock pot full of hot cabbage on her feet. Oops. Now we got another funeral for next Saturday. We're going to memorialize who passed on yesterday. And he was only 59, but had a long battle with uncontrollable eye blinking, random blackouts, ear infections, sinus swelling, black lung disease, and severe hiccups.
No.
Now, Janie, that didn't kill him. But for the past year, his doctor had told him to stay away from sodas.
Uh-huh.
And ironically, he was out for his morning walk with some headphones on and stepped off the curb and got ran over by a stolen Pepsi truck that was being chased by the police.
Soda will kill you.
So they will have his funeral on next Saturday, sponsored by Mountain Dew. All right, Janie, that concludes our church announcement. Janie, I'll call you. Rick on the morning show. Hey, 12 before the top of the hour, y'all line on the ones and twos. Chicken and one for Mixed Man. Happy late holidays. Yeah, what up, John?
I'm good, man. Yo, definitely got to big up everybody, man, that check me out in the clubs over the weekend. Of course, you'll be checking me up on that Instagram at JAH Lion Zone.
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, my pleasure, Rickey.
Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's going on?
Man, I don't know what's going on. Try to open up the door. What is wrong with y'all, Tony? What's wrong with y'all?
What? Right, go downstairs.
Sorry, all them days off. I finally showed up for work after holiday surprise, y'all. Ain't nobody even here to open up the door, sorry. You know I ain't got no car to get in there. Open up the door, sorry. I've been banging on the door for the last whole hour, sorry. Open up the door.
What? Where you at? You really outside?
Sorry, on my side of the door. I'm trying to come to work. Boy, open up the door.
Right.
Please open up the door, sorry, my hair. Hold up. Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh, damn, sorry. I'm still on my pallet. I'm dreaming. I thought I was at work. Boy, that seems so real.
Say what?
My head hurt. I've been banging on the floor. My knuckle bleeding. Been banging on the floor. I thought I was I dreamed I was at work.
Oh, you thought you dreamed you was at work. You thought you was outside.
I got to start drinking before I go to bed. I went to bed drunk. Yeah, I'm on my pallet.
But at least you... Black Tony, we got to be optimistic, bro. At least you dreamed you was coming to work. You feel me?
I swear I felt like I was right there. I could see y'all in there. It was.
And so you. Okay, and so you you woke up. Now you're at home.
Y'all looking up. I'm on my pallet in the living room.
But you thought you was at work.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. It seems so real. I think I'm losing this.
Right. Yeah, a lot of folks be going through that, man. Them dreams be feeling real.
Especially when you go to bed drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, but that'll get you in the right. Is you headed towards the right direction? So
I know. I'm sorry for getting you excited, Shawty. I know you was excited that I had.
Yeah, we was all excited. You know, we was about to come downstairs and let you in. So so now just promise us this, man. You promise you coming tomorrow.
So I'm good for the day.
Yeah, you straight for the day.
All right, then I'm high.
All right.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The segment is being brought to you by Hyundai. That's right. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the all-new 2022 Hyundai Tucson plug-in hybrid EV. That's right. The Hyundai Tucson 2022 plug-in hybrid EV. After all, it's your journey, and it's worth noticing. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are talking and whispering, honey, about Beyonce. They're wondering, y'all, if Beyonce finally decide to venture off, y'all, into the fast food business, y'all, because it's being reported that Popeyes, y'all, has opened up in London, and they're saying, y'all, that they learned that thousands of British people, y'all, stood in line, y'all, for as much as 3 hours, honey, to get a taste of that good old U.S.-based company's chicken. Now, they're saying, y'all, that most of the people in line were black folks waiting for some chicken. Now, the restaurant is located, y'all, in Westfield Stratford City Shopping Mall in East London, and they say it's the first of 10 to open up, honey, out there. And they're saying people just loving it. And, you know, people knew that Beyonce had a free Popeyes card today, giving her a free lifetime Popeyes card, allegedly. And they're saying, yeah, that maybe Beyonce decided to go ahead on and open up her Popeyes, honey, in London. So, and, you know, she and Jay-Z were recently there vacationing. So she may have popped up a Popeyes, and now she's on her way. But they say people are loving it and waiting, honey. Couldn't wait to get some of that chicken, y'all. Isn't that great? If Beyonce did do that, because, you know, she's
that
from
Thursday
Houston.
$5 box is going to be a food.
Come on.
Oh, yes. Yes, that $5 box, honey.
Well,
yes.
you can't even get off the damn. What the exit is in Atlanta, Special K, going into downtown, coming from Augusta. That Popeyes right off that exit.
20, I believe, Laurie.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Down by the Avenue Center.
Off the exit
West
on
End.
Tuesday when they got that $5 box.
No.
Yes,
Why you know about the box?
On Thursday, I think it's Thursday. Thursday, $5 box. Yeah, my bad.
honey. Yep, we love it for $5.
Them little damn shrimps, man. That damn biscuit.
Come
and
on,
that
man.
damn strawberry punch. I have to have it.
I got to get
That's
the
the
gallon
best
of the
one,
tea.
Ricky.
People be sleeping on the mashed potatoes too, dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. With that little
gravy.
light
Man, what
skin
happened to the
gravy.
dirty
Yes, sir.
rice, though, y'all? What happened to the
They
dirty
don't have
rice?
it anymore,
They
bro.
got rid of the rice, man.
Oh, they don't have the rice no more?
about a year
Man,
ago.
it was so good.
They got the red beans and rice still, but they left. They got rid of the dirty rice.
That dirty rice with that gravy on it, though.
What?
That's crazy.
My
So
Lord.
good.
Well, congratulations, honey. Miss Carter just opened up her a Popeyes. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Faison Love is speaking out, and a lot of people saying he seemed like he's angry. He said because he wants to star in Elf 2. He said, honey, if they come up with a sequel, he wants to be in. He said, quote, I think Elf 2 could happen with Faison Love. He said, because they need a black elf. He said, I think America is ready for a black elf. He said, you had a black president. You had an orange president. Now it's time for a black elf, honey. He said, I was surprised, honey, when Will Ferrell turned down that much money. He said, if they would ask me to do it for some potato chips and $3,500, he said, I'll do it. He turned down
Either him or Zeke from Universal Circus.
From the Universal Circus.
Yes,
Zeke would kill that role. Y'all know that's my daddy.
Yeah, that's what they say, honey. Mm-hmm. My Lord.
Posted a picture, y'all.
No.
My Lord.
You do favor.
Yeah. But Will Ferrell, y'all turned down $29 million.
Hey, Elf 1 was a classic, man. He probably don't want to mess it up.
Is that what it is?
That might be the
Understandable.
script.
Some
gotta make
classes are meant to be left
I'm
alone.
messing up for $21 million.
No, okay.
I wouldn't give a damn if it turned out like Soul Plane. I'm $21 million somewhere
Richard.
with a big
Okay.
fence around my house laughing.
Okay, but he said he didn't want it. So that's, you know, they go to show you the difference between us and them. They like, child, we don't want to do that. $29
I have
million.
people opening up them gates like they did on King Kong.
And then my final story, y'all, the prayer warriors are being solicited, y'all, for designer Virgil Abloh's family, y'all. Designer Virgil Abloh, you know, he passed away suddenly from cancer. Now, his family posted the news on the late fascist icon Instagram, and they said, quote, "We are devastated to announce the passing of our beloved Virgil Abloh, a fiercely devoted father, husband, son, brother, and friend. He is survived by his loving wife, Miss Shannon Abloh, his children, Lo and Gray Abloh, his sister, Edwina, and his parents, Nee and Eunice Abloh, and numerous dear friends and colleagues, y'all." And that's a sad thing. I mean, he just recently started. If y'all don't know who he is, he was the the fashion director for Louis Vuitton.
He was the artistic director for Louis Vuitton and the brand Off-White that a lot of us are familiar with. He created that.
He created that, and he and Kanye West worked real well together. They seemed like they were close friends or whatever. So our condolences go out to him, y'all. So if you have some latest Louis Vuitton that's by him, you know, it's going to be a collector's item, I'm sure, later on in life. So hold on to it. Don't bring it to the consignment shop.
Because Gary going to get it.
I didn't want to say that.
He waiting on it.
So, y'all, so condolences to him. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Oyster Appaloosa. On the high end, you say Oyster Appaloosa, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Gray. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, just as our families gathered last week for the Thanksgiving break, 3 Georgia men, Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and William Roddy Bryan, were found guilty of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Social media rejoiced with the convictions and took a deep sigh of relief that that was open and shut case, but justice had finally prevailed. However, there are still many questions on what's to come and how these men almost got away with it. Joining us this morning, is attorney Lee Merritt. Y'all give it up, show your love right now this morning. Hey, Lee.
Good morning, brothers.
Hey, man, thank you. Bruh, thank you so much for joining us, man. First and foremost, thank you for all of your continued hard work in, bringing these men to justice. How are Ahmaud's mother and father doing after the trial?
Ricky, the family is leagues. You mentioned it's an open shut case, but they went for almost 2 months in that county, down in Glenn County, Brunswick, Georgia, any arrest, and with everyone telling them they would have to move on. So Wanda Cooper Jones, Ahmaud's mom, and Marcus Arbery, they fought really hard to get us to this point. They're letting it all soak in now.
Wow. Now, the case is still not really over, even though we got the verdict. So there's still federal charges and appeals that is pending. So what happens first before the sentencing, and when will that be?
Before the sentencing, the very next step is the sentencing. The judge hasn't set the date when we broke court on Monday. He was giving the attorneys the holiday. They'll come back, discuss schedules today, and get into sentencing. Now, the mandatory sentence for these gentlemen in Georgia is life, considering the verdicts that they were charged with. They have an appellate process that's going to last years. But as early as January 20th, the federal case, the hate crime case, will begin against them over in Savannah.
Can you explain that?
I said as early as February, the federal case will begin in Savannah against these gentlemen.
No, I'm talking about explain the federal case. Now, how does that work?
Yeah, so these men were charged with state crimes by the attorney general, by the district attorney for Cobb County for the murder of Ahmaud, which was a violation of Georgia state law. At the time, Georgia did not have a hate crime statute. They do today as a result of Ahmaud's murder, but at the time there was not one in place. But there was a federal hate crime statute. And the U.S. Department of Justice came in and charged each one of these men with several hate crimes, saying that they targeted Ahmaud specifically because of his race.
Now, Attorney Merritt, regardless of the evidence that was found at the scene of the crime, the McMichaels were not charged for murder of Ahmaud for 74 days until it hit the national news cycle. Now, former Glenn County District Attorney Jackie Johnson has been indicted for obstruction and violation of oath. First off, how can we prevent situations like this in the future? And do you think she'll even have to serve time?
Well, there's two issues that sort of are take the headlines in Ahmaud's case. The first, of course, is an ongoing issue in our country with gun violence. And we prevent gun violence in a number of ways. We haven't been able, particularly in the South, to talk seriously about gun restrictions and safety checks, because these men were open and notorious racists. The shooter, Greg McMichael, had a difficult time qualifying to arrest people at work because he lacked the competency to do that as a professional. And so he certainly shouldn't have had weapons as a private person, but we don't have the kind of gun laws to catch things like that. And then, of course, the second major breakdown in this case was the failure for the prosecutors to come in and convict these men, to hold these men accountable for their crimes. And we fixed that by voting, paying closer attention to the district attorney and attorney general's office. As you all might know, I'm actually running for attorney general in Texas, but we need quality individuals to occupy those positions.
So people are comparing this to the Trayvon Martin case. So what would you say the difference is and how the jurors came back with their verdicts?
Honestly, I've talked to Brother Ben Crump about this a lot because he was there working both cases. And the real difference is the video, honestly. Trayvon was targeted by a white vigilante who armed themselves and decided to impute criminality on Trayvon's skin color. That's actually exactly what happened in the Mods case. George Zimmerman and his attorneys were able to argue successfully in court that Trayvon Martin, despite being targeted and harassed and pursued, became the danger and posed a threat by virtue of the ground. Literally, the ground became the weapon in Trayvon Martin's hands. In this case, I'm afraid we would have seen a similar result, except they had a broad daylight video. One was shot at 1 o'clock on a Sunday in the middle of the day, and that evidence was really difficult to overcome.
So Lee, would they ever get out of jail?
Those men are in jail for the rest of their lives, and I'm looking forward, just in case there's a thin shot on appeal. I'm looking forward to the federal prosecutions as well, because there's no probation, there's no appeal at the federal level, and so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Do you think that'll send a message out to white supremacists, that go out and do stuff like that they really rolling the dice?
I hope so. I think our courts are sending mixed messages to vigilantes. Obviously, the Cal Rittenhouse sent one message, the conclusion, and this case sends another. Now, the family had to work extraordinarily hard to expose the racism and corruption that was within the government before they could get to justice. And so I'm hoping we all get a message from that. I think there's a lot of sleeper cells out there that look like Glenn County around the country that we need to deal with.
Hey, okay. Hey, Lee, Ben just called in. Hey, Ben, answer this question. First of all, Fred, good morning, man. I love y'all so much. Will that white prosecutor that refused to prosecute those three white men, will she go to jail? And if she get convicted, what is she facing?
Hey, love you too, Ricky. If Lee and I got anything to do with it, she will go to jail. We're going to push the prosecutors. We need the court of public opinion to not let her get away with it, because she was just involved with accessory after the fact. If you were doing that, Ricky, what she did, there should be no exception, because she's a white woman.
Would she lose her law license?
Well, she definitely should lose her law license.
Yeah.
Say that again.
They're felony charges that she's facing, so she would lose the law license, and she would have to serve jail time if convicted, if she is and offers some sort of plea.
All right, hey Ben, anything you want to add to this?
Hey, thank God for Ahmaud Arbery's spirit. It was Ahmaud's spirit that defeated Jim Crow. Lee Merritt and the Qs. Yeah, we're going to keep leading this battle, Ricky. You keep leading in the court of public opinion. We're going to keep leading in the court of law.
Hey, bros, I love y'all so much, man. Happy belated Founders Day to y'all, man. Hey, thank y'all so much for the hard work y'all doing. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for attorneys Lee Merritt and Ben Crump.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Evas Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 15 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for Evas Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Evas Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, Ricky, I need to talk about etiquette. Now, we often talk about what is appropriate and not appropriate, especially for a Black household on this show. But after this weekend, this Evas Corner is necessary. Now, I know it is customary. When you go to someone's house, we have been taught by our parents and our grandparents that you bring a gift for the host or hostess, right? So you bring a bottle of wine, you bring the host's favorite, maybe alcohol or a cigar, a candle, maybe a plant. But as the host, do you really want people to bring actual food items?
Hell no.
Ricky, I'm trying to make it cute, but let me tell you, if this is not a potluck, I just want to know, am I wrong for feeling like you rude for bringing food to my house? So let me tell you what happened. I make everything, Ricky. Like, I'm like you. I make everything. Oxtails, dirty rice, mashed potatoes, gravy, jerk turkey, fried turkey. I make everything. Somebody decided to bring a string bean casserole to my Thanksgiving dinner. I did not ask anybody to bring anything.
I put it in the deep freezer, straight to the deep freezer.
But they put it in that casserole dish that I had to return back to them. So what am I supposed to? I was at the biggest impasse on Thanksgiving because I don't want to put it out with my food. It does not go with my yams. But I don't want to make them uncomfortable because I know that, they really put some creamy stuff in the green beans. They put their little heart in there. Well, what do? I don't like green bean casserole. I didn't ask for it. How do you deal with someone bringing food to the event that you're hosting? And Ricky, you
tell them, don't tell everybody, like they say in church, out of all you're getting, get an understanding. And everybody should govern themselves accordingly to the understanding. Don't bring anything, nothing. I have everything we need, beverage, dessert, and food. Don't bring anything. You don't have to bring a plant, a bottle of wine, or whatever. Just don't bring anything.
So what do you say to those people who say, my grandmother said, you never go to someone's house empty-handed?
Well, you ain't going to go to your grandmama's house and take something. Go to your grandmama's house and take something. Don't bring nothing over here. Take it back to the car.
But what do you do if you forget to put that message out there telling everybody that's invited, you don't have to bring anything, just bring yourself?
Put it in the garage on that little folding table. The little card table that y'all use to play. Set it up in the garage and set it out there and say we're going to eat this tomorrow because it don't go with the meal we had today.
It doesn't. Man. Now, I'm not the only one that feels this way because we do have callers that experience something during Thanksgiving. I would love to find out what happened at your house.
Throw it in the back there to the dog that's tied up to the tree.
Can you imagine how that person feels?
My dogs ain't eating that.
Oh, yeah, because your dogs eat steak.
They ain't eating that.
Yeah, but if that was their favorite dish and they just wanted you to sample
it. But when they need to eat it before they leave home.
Right.
Don't bring nothing to my house. You set up there, the dishes match. You done sit up there and you done went to Target and got all your dishes to match and got everything looking pleasant. And then here you come with a dish that don't even go with the set and stuff. And when you're a chef, you got meals. There's a menu.
Garnish.
I keep a simple menu. My menu is chicken and dumplings, turkey, ham. I do a side of black eyed peas and green beans for the people that don't like greens. And that's just really, the best restaurants have a simple menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The restaurants, they got like 20 and 30 items on the menu. The quality of the food is not that good because there's so many choices or whatever. But the restaurants with that one little thing where you flip it front and back, is the best food because they specialize in those menus. So we'll add to that.
Thank you. So Ricky, I just want to
I'll come to your house to eat. I'll come to your house.
Christmas, during these holiday seasons, and you're getting invitations to your friends or family's home that are hosting you, please just ask before you bring anything in your Pyrex or casserole dish, because little do you know, they don't want it. We don't want
your grandmama anything. Your grandmama got dementia and she forgot to put her bra on and spill something on her T-shirt. And now we got to sit at the table and look at that. What is that?
Ricky, we got a call.
Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
My name's Rita, and I'm calling from St. Louis. And I don't usually take food. I just usually take flour or sparkling juice or wine.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm cool with
Rita.
that. Somebody did bring some Patron, and I was appreciative. Or whatever. And my cousin John, and so was my cousin John from Pittsburgh. He was really appreciative of whoever bought the Patron.
He went to work.
Oh man, he started Hey, listen, the funniest moment for Thanksgiving, and I crashed out. I hired a karaoke DJ, and she played Buss It. Oh. So you got the DJ playing Buss It in the little room where we watch TV, and everybody going crazy. Your 73-year-old uncle, Eugene Smiley, on Facebook, on the microphone talking about some, hey, with his sweater tucked in. And then your cousin in the back from the LGBT community back there egging on Uncle Bruh. My brain just crushed. I couldn't tell you. I got up and walked out because I was crying. Best Thanksgiving ever was this year. This is the best Thanksgiving. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Please because we've had about 5 deaths in the family. I had to travel to Pittsburgh a lot to bury family members. So we got them all down to the south and turned all the way up. But even that was a real good segment. But the lady with the T-shirt on ended up going to sleep or whatever, and they couldn't get her to the car because she was too heavy. So she ended up in the guest bedroom and stuff. So
that happened.
They came back and got her the next afternoon. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. I had the best Thanksgiving I ever had in my life. And the reason why I made this Thanksgiving so special because, you know, man, I got a lot of family that live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We from like the Cleveland and Pittsburgh area. I got a lot of family in Cleveland, a lot of family in Pittsburgh. And I had to fly to Pittsburgh so many times this year because my Aunt Pat passed away. Then my cousin Kim passed away. Then, you know, my 30-year-old cousin passed away. And by the time my Aunt Debbie passed away, due to complications from COVID, everybody was sitting in the church, in the same church. This last time wasn't nobody just crying. Everybody was just quiet and numb. It was like zombies. And I was like, I got to do something. And so my cousin Kelly and I, that lives in New York, we are really close. We spent a lot of time together. We together now, as a matter of fact. She's just in another room on the phone. Was like, man, we got to inject a burst of happiness. And so I went out here and did some extra shows and stuff. And said, anybody from Pittsburgh that want to get on a plane and come to Birmingham for Thanksgiving or whatever, sign up now. All those Negroes got on the plane and came and flew to Atlanta and drove over to Birmingham. His house was packed, had fun, and they brought all of the kids, grandmothers and aunts and folks I never met that I knew I was related to. And Mayor Randall Wolfen came and joined us for breakfast to thank them for coming to the city of Birmingham. And Kelly, man, what was it like for you? Because you know what we've been through.
It was just great. It was epic. It was the best Thanksgiving ever. And it would have been the best Thanksgiving ever had we not had the tragedies that we've had in our family. But because of those tragedies, the epicness of the Thanksgiving was just heightened. And it was great, you know, from the karaoke on Friday night with the whole family and to, you know, the tailgate party, to just coming to your house and just healing together was awesome.
Yeah, man, we just had my Aunt Debbie and my Uncle Greg lost their 30-year-old daughter, and my Aunt Debbie had only one child, Lindsay, when she was like 33, and it was real tough. In the video that they made, the thank you video, and it was just the best things. And I just hope, I'm not bragging about mine, but the reason it just made it special, it wasn't necessarily the food and the activities, just what we've been through. We buried so many people, man, and just getting. It was hard to just, even when they came down, it was just hard to just kind of keep it together because we were just trying to have a good time and just to have all of my cousins and aunts and uncles over and, you know, and folks, and just showed so much gratitude and appreciation. I never got those kind of, the kids wrote cards, Brett, like handwritten cards from kids, and I never shared any resources with you know, the side of the family, and everybody was just so nice and kind and wasn't nothing but love and gratitude. And I just really appreciate and thank God for my family and thank God for my life. And I just hope that everybody out there had an opportunity to get together with your family. Notice I didn't say relatives, I said family. family is who you choose, but these were real family members because they didn't, relatives. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation.
I feel you, Rick.
I will tell you, it was very different, and it felt like real, genuine, awesome love. And I just want to just thank God and give God all the praise, and thank y'all for putting that Thanksgiving together. As one for the books. I'll never forget. Birmingham don't owe me nothing. It was awesome. Hey, Kelly, thank you.
Well, thank
Go
you.
ahead. You were going to say what? Go ahead.
We want to thank you. I mean, Ricky made this possible. He made this the best for everybody. Gave us an opportunity to heal together as opposed to sitting alone in our relative apartments, crying from what we missed. We were able to get down here and cry together, laugh together, and have a good time. And Ricky, you made awesome. So we are and forever. We love you. We love you. You are our family for real.
Yeah, and I love you too. And so I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. I just wanted to share that, y'all. I ain't want to get everybody all emotional and upset, man. But right when you think about all your family members that gone on, especially the older family members, just remember, you are them. You are them.
Yes,
they lost members, and then we lost them, and now it's us, and it's our time. So now these kids are looking at all of us like we looked at our grandparents. We are them. So let's create memories and create the same memories for these kids that our ancestors and grandparents created for us.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The segment was invited by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Countries around the world are increasing travel restrictions over fears of the newly identified Omicron variant of COVID-19. Now, the variant was first identified in South Africa and has been rapidly spreading. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci released a statement on behalf of the White House saying that it will take about 2 weeks to have more information about how contagious this Omicron variant is and if it causes severe infection. Meanwhile, the sex trafficking trial of former girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein will begin today in New York City. Jocelyn Maxwell is facing charges for allegedly grooming underage girls for Epstein to sexually abuse. Many believe that Maxwell was left to take the fall for Epstein, who committed suicide before he could be brought to trial. In other news, last week, a jury found all 3 white men charged in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery guilty of murder. And while many of us are still talking about the case, we cannot forget about Daunte Wright, everyone. Now, jury selection begins tomorrow in the trial of former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter, who was accused of fatally shooting Wright during a traffic stop when she mistook her service weapon for a taser. And last but certainly not least, our hearts goes out to the family of groundbreaking fashion designer Virgil Abloh, who died at the age of 41 after a battle from rare heart cancer. Abloh was the founder of the label Off-White and the artistic director for Louis Vuitton menswear, making him one of the most powerful Black designers in the world. Abloh, who collaborated with Kanye West, Jay-Z, Nike, and even furniture maker for IKEA, has been credited with bridging the gap between streetwear and luxury. You will sorely be missed. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
All right, so I'm going to try to break down this college football playoff puzzle that's about to get ready to go down. Rick, Super Dave, y'all welcome to jump in after I finish going through all this. You ready? Because you're going to need your pen and pad. Let me see if I can get through this pretty quick. All right, so college football playoff, they're going to release the new rankings tomorrow. We already know it's going to be Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, and Alabama. They're going to be the top 4 teams as of right now. Georgia will play Alabama in the SEC championship this weekend, okay? Michigan, they beat Ohio State, so they got to play Iowa this weekend, okay? Cincinnati, they're still undefeated. They're playing Cinderella. They got 4 victories against ranked teams. but they got to beat Houston this weekend. Let's go back to Alabama and Georgia. If Bama beats Georgia, Bama's in. If Georgia lose or win, it don't matter. They're going to be in no matter what, okay? Where does Oklahoma State sit in all this? They must beat Baylor this weekend to have a shot to get in. But even if they beat Baylor, they would need either Michigan, Alabama, or Cincinnati to lose. Now, where's Notre Dame? All right, Notre Dame's sitting on the outside. They 11-1. Their strength of schedule is not that strong.
Right.
Okay? So for them to get in, they would need Cincinnati to lose.
Right.
Now, here's where it gets very super crazy.
Bring it home.
Let's just say Michigan, Alabama, and Cincinnati all lose this weekend.
Well,
okay, now if that happens, you got Georgia that's going to be in. Oklahoma State will get in. You would have to put Notre Dame in. And the fourth team would be a coin flip between Alabama or Michigan. They both will have 2 losses, but because Alabama's strength of schedule is stronger than Michigan's, you would have to put Alabama in as that fourth team.
Bring it home, Bishop.
Come on, man. That's what I got right there.
Boy, you done brought that word down like a Baptist preacher, boy.
Come on, man.
You ever thought about preaching? I hope God called you to the ministry because you preach that thing.
Let me tell you something, Rick.
I swear it sounded like Malachi.
Come on
I've
now.
been thinking about this all weekend. I'm like, yo.
You better bring that word this morning, Rock T.
Come on, man.
Rock T earned that check today.
Yes, sir.
So, man, when the Pharisees came across the water.
What you say?
Boy, the guy had, thank you. Brett, can we get a praise?
Thank you.
I ain't never heard the sports get preached.
Come on now.
So,
trying to get
anybody out there going through anything, if you need healing right now, put your hands on the radio. You will be healed right now. Roxy, let everybody know if they want to be healed, how can they reach you?
Let me tell you something, man. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Well, we're going to see how all this pans out, but that's the Rock T Sports Genius breakdown for you. We're going to see what happens. There it is. Brad, take it in time. You got it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Well,
in this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Will there be a one you can cash out Rock T and pay your tithes and offering? I feel lifted. I feel like a whole house has come off my shoulders. That was a good word, man. And I will be back next Sunday.
Yes.
What you have for us this morning?
Well, thank you so much, Reverend Deacon Dr. Pastor Rock Teasy. This is the Hip Hop Spot, and I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is Where It's At. This was a big weekend for the box office, and Encanto Disney animated musical earned $40 million since the day before Thanksgiving, and increased moviegoers indicate that parents might be more willing to bring their children to cinemas again. Also, House of Gucci brought in $21.8 million in its first 5 days of release, and King Richard still is hanging in there with number 7 at $3.3 million. Now, let me get into this Dave Chappelle story real quick. Now, last week, Dave Chappelle made a surprise appearance at his alma mater, DC's Duke Ellington School of the Arts. Now, that was the day he was supposed to officially rename the theater. They were supposed to rename it after Dave, but of course, they postponed it due to this cancel culture and due to concerns over the comments he made about trans women in his Netflix special. So Dave decided to show up and give the people at the school a chance to voice their concerns to him directly. Now, everybody had to put their phones in their bag, and Dave brought a camera crew to record everything. There was no mediator, and as one parent put it, quote, "This was going to go down the way Dave Chappelle wanted it to go down." So you ask, how did it go down? Well, when one kid told Dave he handled the whole thing like a child, he replied, quote, "My friend, with all due respect, I don't believe you could make one of the decisions I have to make on a given day." And in response to someone else, he said, quote, "I'm better than every instrumentalist artist, no matter what art you do in this school right now. I'm better than all of you. I'm sure that will change. I'm sure you'll be a household name soon." But Dave did get serious about the issues of kids at the school getting death threats from his supporters. He said, quote, "This is my family, whether you know it or not. I love these kids. I don't want to hear about any death threats to these kids. These kids don't deserve that." And one audience member yelled, "Your comedy kills." And Chappelle responded, "Black men are killed every day." And on Friday, Dave came up with a pretty cool idea to raise money for the school. He issued a challenge. He said, donate money along with your donation. Indicate whether you agree or disagree with the theater being named in his honor. He says if the haters donate more, he'll step aside. But if his supporters win, he'll attend the naming ceremony. What y'all think about that?
Love it. Genius.
Yeah, that's genius. That's the way to make everybody participate. Yep.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
What?
Comedian. Brett, go ahead. Finish.
Go ahead. What you finna say?
Yeah, you was talking about the weekend, the box office and all that. Did anybody see Kevin Hart's new Thriller?
It's fabulous.
Series. Comedians doing big things, man.
That's what's up. Okay, well, congratulations to Kevin Hart. Is it good, Eva?
It's called True Story on Netflix.
Okay, so that's one for the books.
7 episodes.
It's
with
7?
Wesley Snipes. Yes.
Oh, we got to see that. You know what? I heard he did do a great job. Now, was he funny in it or he was mostly serious?
No, not at all. It was absolutely dark.
He was acting. It was a dramatic thriller. It's so good, Brad. You guys have to watch it.
Oh, that is so dope. All right, y'all, we going to wrap up the hotspot on that note. Make sure y'all check out these,
Man, my girlfriend broke up with me last night.
No, she didn't. You lying. You lying. He just playing.
The day after Thanksgiving.
You wouldn't sound this happy today.
Yeah.
He wouldn't play with nothing like that.
Yeah, got mad because I used 2 of her wigs to get the cornbread out of the stove. Mr. Mark, man, I met some of your Birmingham people at my show in Montgomery.
Yay.
I don't know if they told you, but they run the Urban League in Birmingham, and we're going to get together and do a lot of community service, and I'm going to be working with them on some stuff for Christmas, man. And what a pleasure, man, to meet some of your people.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, we got great leadership. William Barnes, president of the Birmingham Urban League, and then I got some family in Birmingham too on my wife's side, Ricky. So we love Alabama. We love you. We love what Alabama can be, of course.
Yes, sir.
So today's State of Black America. Let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery. His murderers have been held accountable, but the case leaves a deep and painful wound on our soul. It was an undisguised lynching committed in broad daylight on an American street. Now, let's remember, initially, the police and the prosecutor sanctioned the killing, accepted the word of the lynch mob, and were prepared to sweep it under the rug without a full investigation. And then a video of the killing was leaked by a lawyer who believed it would exonerate the defendants. And so the demonization of black victims of racial violence is among the oldest and most venomous legal tactics in the American legal system. And even though that was the case, the defense attorneys in the case sank to new depths with their cruel and distorted depiction of Ahmaud, with their effort to remove African-American leaders and ministers from the courtroom where they had an absolute right to be. It is appalling beyond words that in the 21st century, 3 white men in America felt entitled to chase down and execute Ahmaud for the offense of jogging while black. And in the casual dismissal of his death, the unquestioned acceptance of the killer's feeble claims of self-defense, the exclusion of all but one black juror, and the appalling racist defense strategy revealed the deeply entrenched racial bias that permeates the criminal justice system. But this jury, with that prosecutor, Ricky, in this instance on that day, saw through it with all of the overwhelming evidence, a videotape, a 911 call, and an admission by Travis McMichael on the stand that Ahmaud Arbery was not threatening him. So the conviction of Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael, and William Bryan, a message was sent that the days of killing black people with impunity can be over, and we must hold these vigilantes accountable. So while that case gave us justice or demonstrated that we can achieve justice, the Rittenhouse case in Wisconsin demonstrated how elusive justice was, as that vigilante was not convicted. In the third case, the Charlottesville case, a judgment was entered for money damages against those racist vigilantes who killed and maimed people during that peaceful protest in Charlottesville almost 4 years ago. What does this mean? For justice, it represents, Ricky, a split decision, and we have so much work to do. So Ahmaud Arbery's family, we send our prayers and our thoughts to them. We understand how painful this has been. We respect their steely resolve to achieve justice for him. And this justice, while achieved, does not bring this young man back. So we're going to continue to stand in solidarity with victims and survivors of racial violence and recommit ourselves. And I ask all of your listeners to purging our system of bias and racial discrimination. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Mark Morial. And this is today's state of Black America.
Hey, Mr. Mark, you come to Birmingham, you make sure you let me know. Let's get together, do some stuff in the community, man.
I'll holler at you, man. I might be down there for holidays, so I'll holiday season, so I'll reach out.
Yes, sir, man. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all please help me give it up for the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana state senator, who is the current president of the National Urban League, Mr. Mark Morial. Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate you for keeping us up to date on the state of Black America. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.